Hello everyone, I am Lankara, and today we're going to continue drawing Manticore from Arknights. So last time I had started on the fur on her hood, and I was going slightly crazy from that because I always maybe draw it a little bit too detailed, but I do like the way it looks, so just going to keep doing that, and hopefully finish it this time. Okay. I'll grab the two colors I use, and then I'm just going to go in and start doing stuff. I'm glad that I decided to stop, though, because I can already see that I was starting to make some questionable decisions here. Sometimes you just get a little bit tired, and at that point it's better to take a little break. If I wasn't insisting on streaming this entire process, I probably would have, took a break for 5, 10, 15 minutes. Maybe more if I really needed it, but that long would probably be enough. And then gotten right back to it. I do want to stream the whole process, and I don't want a whole ton of downtime. All these VODs. Maybe it'd be fine if I had some, but that's okay. I can just revisit it the next day after going to sleep and getting some more energy. Nothing wrong with that. Kind of what I meant by making some questionable decisions. And see that I was kind of cutting into some of my folds a little bit too hard. And so it was looking a bit strange. This looks better. Didn't even take that long to fix. Now I can go back to making everything else look really nice. Always makes me happy. Just gonna add some texture here and there and zoom out, see how it all looks. I'll just need a little bit of time to get it all down. Oh boy. Just deciding how far I want to go on some of these tufts. I think to an extent I'm just gonna have to try things and see how it works out. I don't particularly know what I'm doing or anything. I just gotta guess. Sometimes it works out for me, and sometimes it takes a couple of tries before it works out for me. It's fine. Just try again if it doesn't work. That's why it's an experiment. So I have a hypothesis that I need to test. And sometimes the hypothesis is just wrong. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, I think this is alright. This isn't a super key focal point or anything, so I'm just trying to get it to look nice. And let's basically look nice enough that nobody's gonna see any. It's not gonna look weird to people, more or less. So people won't notice it, more or less. They'll just be able to look at it and go, "Oh, that's nice." And then they'll go back to looking at her face, where I should be looking. Basically, if they're spending a lot of time looking at this, I've probably messed something up. I just need to get to the point where it's mostly not noticeable. I'm just getting kind of uniform in a lot of how I'm drawing this, and if you've been watching my past couple of streams, you know that when things start to get too uniform and similar, that it starts getting a little bit boring and it looks strange. I need to break some of this up a little, I think. No big deal, I can do that. I can see I kind of started on this area yesterday, and I was clearly getting kind of tired. It's looking okay. The strokes are mostly good. But I do remember being very tired yesterday. Doing okay now, though, so I don't think that finishing this will be any trouble at all. I don't even have that much more to do. I was able to finish most of it yesterday. That's always a nice feeling. Come back to something difficult and it's already almost done. I'll just go in and add a few more of these little loose strands. Fur really is just so much more chaotic than hair. It's amazing. It's also weird to think about that I'm kind of on the home stretch for this painting. I'm already getting into areas that, well, I definitely want them to look good. They're not as important, so I don't need to go quite as hard on them as I would on, like, her eyes or any other part of her face. It's like, man, I think this picture's going to be done in the next couple of days. Even if I only draw for an hour, and even if I don't make any corrections during the day, and I just have the entirety of the process streamed like this. This will be my first completed picture on a live stream. It is pretty exciting. maybe I'm just easily excited, but I look forward to showing this to everyone on the internet. I hope people like it. I had fun making it. Add a couple of baby strands in there. Make it a little more interesting. Didn't quite smooth this out properly on my first pass. And I was focusing on the outer edges. Well, let's fix it now. Let's see, I missed a couple. That's fine. Let's go in and correct that real quick. The other day I was talking about how important momentum is to creative projects, of just make sure you work on it a little every day, even if maybe you don't feel like it that particular day, or you're just not feeling your best. It can be good to just kind of poke around at something. Just do a little bit, just so you don't lose that momentum. Because I was just thinking about it again just now, of just when I first started streaming my art like this. The first couple of days, it really was very nerve-wracking and difficult. But now that I'm kind of settling in and getting used to it, it hasn't been hard at all. I still get a little nervous when I hit the go live button, but it's not so bad. I was also, before I started streaming, pretty nervous about streaming to 0 viewers and having to talk to myself, but after doing it for a couple of weeks now, it's really no big deal at all. So sometimes you really do just gotta do it. If you've got a story to tell or something that you really want to make, just go for it. And keep trying. Poke at it a little every day, or at least set aside a good amount of time, or a few times a week. If it's important, it's worth setting aside some time for, I think. Well, I'll tell you not to be afraid. I mean, I certainly was. I just don't think that fear should stop you. Embrace it. It's okay to be afraid. It's not the end of the world. And a little bit of anxiety isn't so bad sometimes. I remember looking at all this fur that I was going to have to draw, and I'm just like, man, that's going to take forever. It did. It took a really long time, and it was really quite tough, but now look at me. I'm on the last stretch. I think I just have the little bit over here, because I didn't do the back part yet. The part that's kind of wrapping around her head. But in terms of the kind of foreground area that I have already defined, like, this is literally the last little bit. It wasn't so bad at all. Just kept going until it was done. It's all good. And it looks great. I'm quite pleased. all of you that are listening to this right now. I hope that even if you're worried about it being bad or you feel like you still have a lot to learn, if you got something you want to make, just go for it. Just do it, man. It'll get easier and easier, I promise. Don't let all these negative things in your life drag you down. Life is hard. There's always gonna be reasons not to pursue some of your other passions or hobbies. But that's all the more reason why you just gotta do it. Because if you don't make it happen, it's just never gonna. So if you're afraid or tired or any of that other stuff, I hope you'll do it, and I honestly hope that you'll come tell me about it too. I'd really love to see it. Come show me what you're working on. I'm so excited. Even if I don't know who you are or what it is yet, I really am very excited to see it. Maybe it sounds strange, but I am the type of person that just scrolls through Twitter or other art galleries and just takes a look. When I see something cool or something that person really looks happy that they worked on, I just get a big old smile on my face. Trying to encourage people to just go out and make stuff is exactly why I started this YouTube channel. It's like, sure, being able to show off what I'm making is one thing, but my initial idea was pretty much to play my viewers' games. I just need viewers first. That's why I say, if you are listening to this, please show me all your stuff. It's okay if it's not a game. I want to see it anyway. You can gush about it and tell me all the little things that went into making it. I want to hear it. I really do. I really do. It's a big universe, but I do hope that someday some of you will find me. And you'll just come say hello. And show me all of your art. Not necessarily just visual art like this, but all of your creations. In the meantime, I hope that just watching me render fur is at least relaxing. Almost there. And at least for the very back part of the hood, I'm not going to have any additional colors to worry about, so I just Need to get at the outside looking very nice. Then it'll be all done. And I'll be free. The inner part of the hood is probably going to be a lot more straightforward. It doesn't have nearly as much texture to it. Man, is this the last one? I think it might be. The last little bit. This, Alright. Look at that. Let's get the back. A bit less to do here. And just to keep things simple for me, I guess I should probably hide this part. So I just have this color to worry about, and we'll just... We'll just straighten out everything around here. Okay. Just seeing how all this shakes out. And how I ordered everything, and... Because I do have to make these two little areas kind of connect seamlessly. I'm probably gonna have to go back and forth between layers a lot just so I don't waste a whole lot of effort doing something unnecessary. That sounds like something I'd do. I am a little bit of a tryhard sometimes. A little bit of a tryhard and thinking like 7 steps ahead. Yeah. Fortunately, most of this is covered by her head, so I don't have more to draw. Just gotta get it a little bit smoother than this. This is still pretty messy. As you can see, I'm not too worried about detailed in these shadow areas because it's funny because we don't actually perceive detail quite as easily in the dark. The shadow areas, having less detail, you know, it makes sense with just how our eyes work. Or you can kind of skimp out in the detail. And if everything is like an equal level of detail, nobody's gonna know where to look. Your eyes are going to be jumping all over the place, and they're not going to necessarily look at the spot that you want them to look at. So that's why I put lots of detail in her face, and everything else, there needs to be enough. Enough that it doesn't look strange. Enough that people's eyes won't be drawn to it because it looks strange. Enough to show the textures that I want to convey. But otherwise it's fine. I think that's probably good. Let's do the other side. Okay. This part actually connects all the way over here. I don't have very much work left to do at all. All this stuff does look soft enough that I kind of want to bury my face in it, so I think I'm drawing it right. If I can draw a texture that just makes me want to go rub my face in it, then it's a great sign. Okay. Shrink that one then. There, I was just noticing that it was getting into the layer that's the front part of the hood. And it was getting covered up, and, well, it's like I could have kept it that way, but that would have required pulling shenanigans, and it's like, why pull shenanigans when you don't have to? Keep life simple. Life is hard enough. You don't need to make it more complicated. You never need to make it more complicated. Look how fluffy that looks. This looks so soft. Okay, good. This is all just... I think I'm actually gonna erase this little strand. And I'm gonna do all that on the back here. Just gonna keep the stuff going behind her head, all in one area, so I don't get confused later if I have some pixel dirt or something I need to clean up. Just gonna go in, finish up these last little bits. This is the home stretch. There's nothing left after this. Okay, fur is done. I'm free. And I think it looks pretty good. Now I can go do the pink part. I think the pink part's gonna be pretty easy. Just have to decide kind of how I want to split things up. Oh, what is that then? Is that part of the coat? Just noticing a little black spot right there. Oh yeah. And then... Okay, so this is where I have to decide some perspective things. This should be connecting over here. And this should be connecting over here. I'm just looking at her shoulders and I'm wondering if they still look a little bit strange. I think it's just the angle right here. I think I want it to be more sloping this way. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Sometimes tiny little things like that can actually make a big difference. Maybe I should just do that in the back, actually. That probably makes more sense. Sometimes just deciding what layer to put things on to keep things easy for you is very helpful. Now I just gotta decide exactly where all these light and dark areas are gonna go. I'm gonna stay zoomed out. And I'll just go in and we'll put in some folds and to make it look like it's going in there. I don't think this area needs to be dark like that. Here I think does. And probably underneath all the fur parts here. I have a little bit of a cast shadow from the fur. And I'll have to be careful over here. There, we'll just have to connect it with the back, but that's not a big deal. And then I want a little bit of shadow from the hair. But the hair is pretty far away, so it doesn't need to be strong. We just get these kind of shapes that I want to go for in. Something more like this might actually make more sense. It's a very large thing that's kind of draped, so the bigger folds like that probably make more sense. I just kind of fold up right through here. There we go. And I'll just put some shadows around the fur. And we'll go through here. Yeah, something like that I think works pretty well. And then I'll just add in a few shadows from the hair. Just something like this. And we'll do it over here too. Let this one just be a little bit disrupted. Okay. Now I just go into the back and add the couple of shadows that I wanted around here. And it's okay. I might have to go back and forth a few times, but that's pretty manageable. I think that works. We'll go in and clean that up. And that'll be a finished coat. So I guess in a way, I have a little bit more fur-related stuff to do. So I kind of want to follow patterns of the fur around here. But at least all the decisions are made, so now I can just kind of turn off my brain and just get in there and follow what I already drew. I'm gonna do a little bit more and then I want to zoom out and see how it looks. Since I'm not sure if this is quite right. Feels a little bit wrong because I'm drawing it. But I want it to at least be somewhat clean. But this way when I go look, I'm just not like, oh, well this looks bad because there's errors. Okay. Okay, over here needs a little bit more than just following the fur. It's like a shape like this. It's based on how everything is flowing. And where I think all the folds in the hood are. Over here does too. Something like that. But I think following the fur for the rest is okay. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. That must have been all I was seeing. Just noticing that because of this dark part, that there was a little bit of an indent right through here. Where the coat folds. And so I just needed to get that real quick. There we go. Now I can just go in and clean up these little areas around the fur. Just get things smooth, make it look nice as always. Nice and soft and delicate. Just like all this fur I drew. I'm really quite happy with it all. And this is just another area of a big fold. So I don't have to follow the fur there, and I can just keep things nice and simple. This one's pretty far away, so I don't actually think I want that there. There we go. follow the hair just a little bit. Give that a little bit of presence. It's pretty far away, so I don't think I actually want it to be here. I think I want it to be more over here. It'll look more like a faraway cast shadow if I do that. And the rest of this is just from the clothing fold, so that's perfect. I'll just go in there and make this nice and smooth. As always. Make it very nice. Very smooth, very pretty. I really like using really bright colors like this. Pastels are a lot of fun to work with, honestly. It's just a little bit itchy there. Allergies are still kind of getting to me. And even though they make me kind of tired, I'm so glad I can come on and draw every day like this. Every day is just such a joy when I can go and make things. So I want to go share that joy with as many people as I can. People appreciating what I make is one thing, but if I can convince people to pick up art, that would be another thing entirely. It's gonna have a few little cast shadows that are a little further away, since that fur is so much further forward. And I'll do the same for the hair here. Just over here. Just hanging out, being a shadow. Being a nice source of contrast for her cute little face. Yeah, I think it's fine now. This looks fine as is. Still looking a little blobby through here, so I better go and make that nice and smooth. Don't want blobs here. Let's get rid of all the chunky parts. Now I guess it's time to go in and get the fur. Make all of this nice and smooth and following the fur a little bit better. just looking up in the thumbnail, and I'm pretty happy with how it looks. Although I'm realizing that I missed some spots in here. It's not very thorough, was I? Well, that's just how it is sometimes. It'd be hard to be really thorough when focusing on so many other things. I'm just kind of going through. I'll go and make it ultra smooth as always. It's kind of as I go, but right now I kind of feel like just refining this overall shape. Sometimes I go in and immediately make it smooth, sometimes I don't. Just depends on my mood. As long as it all gets done, it's fine. Your order doesn't matter that much. Order only matters if you find yourself doing a bunch of extra work for no reason. Okay. Now I'll just go in and make everything nice and smooth again. Now that I kind of have a good idea of where I want everything to be. And just like this should be fine. Look at that, it's already almost there. One stroke at a time will eventually get you to the end. So all you have to do is keep going. Right, now I just have to get this back part. Most of this is just going to be in shadow, so it'll be nice and easy. Oh, good. Looks like a lot of that is also just on the front part, so I can just smooth things out. Not sure how much of this is on the front and how much of it is on the back. And it doesn't matter that much. Just kind of go in. Everything looking nice and smooth. I switch between the two layers as I need to. I'll see how much of this is on this layer and how much of it is on the other one. Just kind of go in and do this last little bit. Something like that. Here we go. Yeah, it's looking good. I'm gonna take another look at Manticore's little chest belt here. Yeah, it doesn't look like it has a lot of decoration or anything, so just go in, smooth it out, and put some basic shading on it. What is that? See a little bit of pixel dirt. Is that from the hands? It is. What is that from? Oh, it's from the nails. Okay. There we go. Alright, now I'm just gonna go back to trying to get this to be a consistent width. I want it to be very thick. And I want it to be about the same thickness on the left and the right, and the top and the bottom. I tend to be pretty bad at gauging these distances, so it might take me a couple of tries to get it right. That's okay. I can try as many times as I want. Here we go. I think that's good enough. Now I just go in and take the shadow color and just put it around here. I'll smooth it all out in just a second. And here, I'm not going to follow everything quite as closely. This isn't a big focal point, so I don't want to spend too much time really getting everything right. As things get further and further away from the head, and as things get more and more covered up by other things, I start caring less about all of the exact details of it all. In this case, it's more about just getting it done quickly and leaving the impression that I think is important, as opposed to just being as precise as I have been in the past. And we just add a little bit on the bottom to give it some thickness. And I am going to call that good. Yeah, that's fine. No, I guess before I shade the rest of her body, I should just finish off the shirt real quick. And the shirt and the necklace. I think you'll probably see a little bit of the necklace up here. So I think I will actually just redraw that in its entirety. So it'll kind of wrap around her neck here. Her neck is probably like this. And just kind of come down like that. Way too thick. Wrap around her neck. Yeah, I think that's good. I don't think I need to do anything else with that. I guess before I do her shirt, I am just going to get this coat sleeve. And actually, now that I look at it, I think all of these decorations were completely covered by her sleeve, so I can remove that layer. I'll just smooth out this part of her coat. Don't ask me why Manticore is wearing a coat in the desert. This is Arknights. Everybody wears coats. Everywhere. Look at Chen Alter. The summer Chen wearing her big coat on top of her swimsuit. And tiny shorts. Everybody wears coats, nobody wears pants. That's just how the character design in Arknights is. Line is not cooperating with me. There we go. Okay, and that's just in the back, and I'm not gonna worry about clothing folds or anything. It's probably just mostly in shadow anyway. Man, I'm just realizing that I have, like, character 90% rendered. It's like I have her shirt, I have some stuff that I still need to do with her body, and then I have those pigtails in the back, and that's it. Nice. Alright, well, I guess I should go do that shirt then. I might want a darker color just to separate it from the fur here. For now, I'm just going to make it one color and get the general silhouette just the way I want it. So far, I think it's mostly fine. I just kind of got to smooth it all out. Don't have to focus too hard on getting something like this just perfect. It's like it's at the bottom. It'll read as the shirt pretty much no matter what I do. Just kind of want to make sure I get all those shapes right. Okay. Now I'm gonna go put in the folded shadows. And then a little one at the top to show thickness. I guess I'll zoom in for that and make my life a little bit more straightforward. There we go. Nothing too fancy. And then I want some red underneath the necklace here. And that one already has it, so we're good. Okay, next I want a slightly darker one, so I can use that for underneath the fur. I feel like I want it a little more than that. Well, not, probably not quite that much even, but we'll use that. And I'll come over here and take it back a little. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Let's try it. Yeah, there we go. I'll use it against the coat too. No, put a little one just underneath the necklace here. I think that'll look nice. I'll just extend this shadow out here a little and continue it down here. How's that look? Pretty good. Might want a little bit more shadow underneath the hood here, but overall, pretty good. Let's just extend this just a little further down. Make it a little bit more noticeable. Excuse me. I think keeping it thin around the sleeves is pretty good. Alright, let's go smooth that out. I think that will be the last thing I do today. Next time we can do the pigtails. And get started on the background. Alright. Let's turn on the foreground. And before I go, I was thinking this looked just a little bit more saturated than I wanted it to be. I was thinking about putting some of the sky color into it, fading it out just a little. Maybe not quite that much. A very gentle touch. Yeah, there we go. Like, I think that green looks pretty good back there, but I thought it was a little bit too intense in the front. I think it's looking pretty good. That's where I will leave it. So thank you all for coming. If you'd like me to take a look at any of your creative work, whether that be drawing, painting, writing, coding, game design, anything you can think of, feel free to message me on Twitter or Instagram, or just add me on Twitter or Instagram, and I'll take a look and maybe leave some comments. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.